Alright, welcome back.
Neptune's beard.
I think my favorite sound clip on the start menu, the pause menu, was Mr. Krabs just going, "Oh, you think you're clever!" I wish one of the upgrades just gave us this power, where the timer just, like, never fucking ended. Dude, that was impossible to see.
Yeah.
I'm sure you had the exact same thought.
I was like, what is going on?
I was just like, where is the turn? What is the screen? I can't see anything.
This is not a dream. This is a nightmare.
I found it. I can't wait until I have to pull a perfect Yui. Go back.
Go down it. Oh my god, I knew it was gonna happen.
I fucking clicked it. I knew it was gonna happen too. That's the worst part. The idea of these is that you would go through the entire level clearing everything out, and then you wouldn't need to worry about any obstacles in your way. Except you don't have this in most levels, so like, why? That is the scariest part of the whole thing. Like, just going into the black tunnel of like, alright, should I move it? Should I stay still? Which way does it turn? Where's the exit on this? Now we have one of these guys. Okay, I'm making it.
I saw the butthole clench.
You could hear it clench.
I did.
So I think the main problem with this game, and why most people aren't super fond of it, is one, you have to do a lot more of these side quest things than the other game to get where you want to get.
Yeah.
Which is super annoying, by the way. But the other reason is too much Superman 64. There's so many ring challenges and shit, and so many of the challenges are just like, just memorize it. Once you memorize it, you'll do it every time.
Except you won't.
You know Superman 64 was actually also going to be released on the PlayStation? And that the game recently just... Fuck. This is the first time it fucking broke without me moving it at all. You would assume it would make me do it straight no matter what.
No.
But no. Anyways. Yeah, and I guess the full version of it just got leaked online for, like, emulation.
Huh.
So now you can play Superman 64 on your PlayStation 1. I don't know why you would ever want to put yourself through such pain and suffering, but you can totally do it. We should play it.
I find that people... I was watching a video and a guy was talking about it, and it made a very good point about... We as a society have demonized...
Ring puzzles?
No, emulation.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not that we've demonized it, it's that the corporations have. Because they don't want you to use it.
True. But the thing the person was talking about was like, if these companies are going to give us shitty shitty emulation versions of these games,
yeah, we may as well just do it
might
ourselves.
as well.
Yeah. Well, that's my whole thing with Nintendo. Nintendo's like super...
he was literally talking about that one specifically.
Super fucking hardcore on emulation, but they're also like...
So, like, implications against it?
Dude, they sell a ROM, a ripped ROM from an emulation site as their de facto Super Mario Brothers game because they don't have the original files anymore. So they literally ripped it from a ROM site and then sell it back to you and then take down the site that hosts the ROMs.
Yep.
Because Nintendo is a fucking garbage company. Oh, perfect.
Not luckily there's a changing booth right there.
I know. I don't understand why it always defaults me to Patrick, though.
What? Why is he doing
Because
that?
we're in the bar.
Oh, right.
He's scared.
Yeah.
Scared.
Now just memorize it, Chris.
Yep, I'm just gonna memorize it first try. Bang.
So this guy was talking about the
Bang. Yep.
Sunshine emulation, about how the port is not as good as the ports that you can find online,
Oh, yeah.
and about how like certain things like are fixed with this person's version of it as opposed to the real game,
Yep.
and about how like you can skip some of the really long cutscenes, but you can't do it in the one they released,
Yep.
and about how because this limited, it's the thing is limited.
Mm-hmm.
The Super Mario Collection
Fuck you. Yeah.
is on a limited time frame. It's probably sold more than if it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, the whole thing with emulation is...
But it's emulated the games, but it's
It's-
not even a great collection.
It's not illegal. So, like, you can emulate whatever the fuck you want. You just have to own the game in some way. Because at that point, it's not stealing. It's just having a digital copy of your game that you already own. Which they're trying to change. They're trying to make it so that every game, movie, everything is not something you own. You just have the right to watch it. They're trying to sell you the rights to watch stuff and play stuff instead of actually, like, selling the products now.
And it's what am I holding in my hand?
And it's garbage. Analog stick sucks. I would have made that if it wasn't for that.
But it's just like, but what am I holding in my hand? This disc here. Is that not a copy of the game?
They don't want to sell you discs soon either.
Yeah, that's
Everything's going to be digital soon, because you're not going to have the rights to fucking anything. And then when they change it, you can't complain because you don't own it.
true. That is true.
It's an absolutely terrible fucking garbage system that we're putting in place, and everyone's super gung-ho about it because convenient.
Well, yeah, digital versions of everything is great.
We as a society of humans love convenience over like, everything else. Like, you can literally take every single human right away from someone, and they'll just be like, "Well, if it's convenient for me." Like,
As long as it's going to provide me with 3 meals a day and make it so I don't have to work too hard.
yeah, it's like you will be an enslaved worker with no free will or anything, and it's like, but you get anything that you want, and food is free, and you don't have to worry about it. Fucking boxes. And then it's just like, well, I mean, free food and.
I mean, you made it easy for me,
Yeah,
so...
I guess I don't have to care.
Literally only in those tubes that he bounces you.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Depends on the angle. Like, very specifically depends on the angle. But yeah, it's fun. We do love conveniences over that. We also love safety over... that's more of an American problem right now. But we're super fans of safety over freedoms now. Like, I'd rather be safe than be free. Like, I want to go, it's like...
Take off your shoes at airports.
Yeah, it's like, I want to go through an airport, but I also want them to berate and little me at any point in time and be able to treat me like I'm a criminal without any proof or evidence of such. I think it would be... That's sound effect.
That's sound effect! Ding!
But you know, airports are safer now, you know? Because we think they are.
Yeah,
They're
not.
They're not actually safer, though. But we're convinced they're safer, therefore they're safer.
We're told they're safer.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Why is the timing on this so
Odd?
fucking tight?
They like it tight, Chris. They like it tight.
I mean, I can't go any faster, so I know I'll have to make it. I can't not. See, easy once you got it memorized. Got it memorized.
Yeah.
Go watch our Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts.
Please.
All of them. And write a
Every
comment
single
that says
one.
write a comment that says SpongeBob sent me here, but with no context, so people are really confused.
A ring challenge.
Boy, I love ring challenges. What is this, the third one in a row?
I love Superman 64.
I love Superman 64. I especially like the part where you fly through green rings. That's my favorite part.
This is like 90% of the game, right?
Yeah, it's like that, and then like do this action without me explaining to you what it is. Like, there's literally one mission that's like, it starts up right after you do the rings, right? It starts up and it's just like, stop the car from crashing! And then it just opens up the level and you have like 60 seconds to do it. And you're like, what does what? Like, you like fly over to it and you don't know what any of the buttons do, so you pick up the car and you're like, I stopped the crash, right? And then you go to put the car down and you throw it and then it ends the mission because you failed because you flipped the car anyways. And it's like...
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck, it's this one. I wish I knew that before I clicked it.
I thought it was.
I made a mistake. I might switch off this one. I hate driving ones.
I don't blame you.
Hey, you see how I just slowed down for no reason?
Mm-hmm.
It's because this controller is awesome.
Are you gonna Frankenstein a controller, Chris? Take another broken controller and try to mash them together?
I could do that if I had another broken controller. I don't have a lot of PlayStation 2 controllers, considering the fact that I have more PlayStation 2 games than any other fucking game console I have.
Yeah.
Like, by a lot. But I only have, I have 2 first-party controllers, and then I have, a whole bunch of third-party garbage.
Yeah.
But you know what? Some of that third-party garbage is... What game? But you know what? Some of that third-party garbage is actually pretty good. I had a lot of turbo controllers that are third-party that were really dope.
Come on, boy. Come on, bud. Dude, I don't like the timing of these.
Yeah, they're really close.
It's like so fucking bullshit.
This whole quest is out of line. You're out of order. I'm out of order. This whole town is out of order. Alright, here's where it's all new-ish. So let's see what we got. Broken wall. Good. No! I didn't want to, but I had to. That's not happening.
Oh my god, Patrick pats him on the back!
There, buddy. It'll be okay. Yeah, no, a few of them are pretty good. The turbo controller comes in handy for games like Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, which I definitely want to play eventually with Derek. But the game is also, super
hard.
fucking hard. Well, let's put it this way, Derek. If we play that game, you're going to be using the turbo controller.
Oh boy.
Because, let me, Derek, would you say I mash pretty fast?
Yeah.
Would you say I mash faster than the average person?
Probably, yeah.
I cannot mash fast enough for that game.
Oh.
And they are dedicated. Then again, it's been a number of years, I might be able to mash way faster now. But, 10 years ago when I was playing it, I literally could not mash buttons fast enough to beat, some of the bosses in that game, because you have to mash at a fucking absurd speed. I mean, we had to use a turbo controller, and even I swear to God, it felt like the turbo controller took, extra time to finish some of the fucking, button mashing prompts.
Oh.
It is fucking ridiculous. Because you don't just have to mash it extremely fast, you have to mash extremely fast for a long time sometimes.
Oh. That's bullshit.
Oh my god, it's terrible. But, it has an easy fix. You just buy a turbo controller and you don't worry about it. Fuck me. I wouldn't try that for a mission.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest it. You don't need a license to drive a burger.
You don't need a license to drive my asshole. Let's do the slide one. I love rings.
I was like, didn't you do the ring mission of this? And I was like, oh no. Got close.
I love rings.
Sora? Oh wait, no, that's Sonic.
Yeah, I died last minute. Like, you were just like, we don't need it. We only need 40. And I was like, yeah, you're right. We need 50. I can probably do this one, though, in a couple tries, because I'm a little more used to it at this point. Oh, you know what I also started playing, actually?
What?
Alice? You know the Alice,
Yes.
the American McGee's Alice, the first one, the one that no one plays or talks about.
Yes, that's the one. That was the one you were like, check this game out. This is fucking crazy, and we played a little bit of it many years ago.
Yeah, that was
And I
the
was like,
sequel.
this is pretty cool.
This is the sequel I showed you.
Yes.
The
one that was like one of your sister's favorite games.
yes, the original one is the original one. Like, I didn't realize it until I was like playing it, but like the first one came out in like 2008,
Oh wow.
which means like there's like an 8-year time gap. I mean 2000. It came out in 2000, and the sequel I think came out in like 2008 or 10. So it was like a 10-year time gap between the two games. And boy, did they make the most of it, because the first one controls not good like. But it also makes sense because it's a third-person action.
Action RPG.
No, it's a third-person action platforming game made in the Unreal Engine. You know, the first-person shooter fucking.
Oh, that sounds
software
terrible.
engine. It's made in the Quake engine. I mean.
I'm so happy they've made more gaming engines because when everything was trying to be made with the Quake engine or like the Unreal Engine, it was just like, but why?
I mean, everything still is made with the Unreal Engine.
That's true.
It's just a better engine now. Unreal and Unity have literally like cornered the market though on game engines. There was I can't remember what engine it is, but I can't remember the name of it, but every fucking game you played on the PlayStation 2 used this engine.
Yes.
I think it's like soft render or something.
I think I know what you're talking.
But every single game uses it. I know.
What? Oh, thread start again.
But yeah, like every single game on the PS2 uses it. All the Grand Theft Auto games use it. All the Spongebob games use it. Fucking, you know the Naruto Ultimate Ninja games that we played?
Yeah, those use it too.
Those fucking use it.
I love it.
Literally every fucking game on the PlayStation 2 was made in one fucking engine, unless the company
It was a third-party
like
company.
no. Unless like a first-party, either it was a first-party company like Sony, who have direct access to all the hardware and specs, or it was like a company that made its own proprietary like game engine for every game they made. But like outside of that, like every company just used like the same renderware engine for PS2 games.
Wow. Pretty crazy.
It is. But that was essentially like the old Unreal Engine, and now everything is like Unreal, and then occasional Unity, but mostly Unreal.
Unreal is... I don't know if simple to use is the right word I want to use.
It's like straightforward.
Yes, that's what I meant.
It's got a lot of like built-in shit that you don't need to like make, essentially.
Yeah, you don't have to use the weirdness to do that.
You don't need to like make like your own lighting thing, or that's what most game engines are for. Yeah, they're like it's mostly built-in script stuff where it's like how the game runs itself.
Ah, okay.
In the vaguest way I can possibly describe how game engines work.
Tell me. Describe it badly, Chris.
A game engine is a program that literally makes the game for you, if I wanted to describe it badly.
I don't know if you've ever heard of... I guess there's an entire subreddit that it's called Describe It To Me Like I'm 5.
Yes. I do know this subreddit. It's actually pretty funny.
And I'm like, it's honestly great.
It is really good. Describe it to me like I'm 5, man. But essentially, like, The big thing between, like, I guess the main thing I like to point out for, like, game engines is, I had to make a game without a game engine, right? Make my own game engine from scratch for, like, a class, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to, you know how when you, like, you know, you launch a game on a computer and it opens up in its own window and the game plays in that window?
Yes.
You have to build the fucking window itself for the game to play in.
Ooh.
That is how much more you have to do if you're making shit yourself.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a big pain in the ass. And no one wants to do it, and that's why pretty much everyone just uses game engines.
Because it just launches Unity almost.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
Because, like, if you didn't, you would have to make your own game engine, and that's, like, everything from, like, opening up the window to making sure it runs properly to keeping track of every little minute detail of the game engine.
That's terrible.
It is... I mean, it's good if you're, like, good at it. But, like, most people are not good at it.
It's a lot of work.
Because it's a ton of work, and it costs a lot of fucking money to make one. I know that, like, literally if anyone who's a fucking really good programmer would see this and just be like, no, game engines are super easy to pay. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's nice for you.
That's nice for you and your money.
That's nice for you, but no. Well, I mean, you can make one yourself for free. It's just you have to be good at it.
Yeah.
And have time and patience to do so.
With enough time and enough patience, you can do anything.
Yeah. Like, you can make it for free. It's just text in a document that makes your game engine. It's just what that text does and how it works and how much time you have to make it and how you're making money so that you're not starving to death while you're making that are huge factors in the likelihood of it being made. The rings are more helpful than the platforms.
Honestly, I thought they were gonna be like, "Oh, you're over here. Now I want you to go over to this side."
Yeah, right.
It's like, but how?
Oh, we didn't care.
What's the last one in these?
more.
Is it just a time trial but faster?
Yes.
Okay, I mean, you want to give it a shot? You can.
I'm gonna give it a shot. I might be able to do it. I don't have a lot of time, but...
Well, we've got skill.
Oh, can I have mine now? Please, please, please.
Well, if you can beat this manly time down the slide.
Manly time.
I am the manliest of manly times.
4 minutes and 10 seconds?
4 minutes, 10 seconds. We almost got that the first time. By that I mean it was like 5 minutes even.
Play a perfect game. Maybe.
If you do it right and you don't fuck it up, it works. It just works.
It just works. Like all
Slap
Bethesda
it on
games,
with the
Chris.
mirrors. Slap it on with the might of Zeus. It's not a fucking miracle product. Have some patience. Slap that shit on. Dude, we should play a Bethesda game for the show. And by that I mean we should glitch our way to beating a Bethesda game in 5 minutes for one episode of a show and then never play a Bethesda
I
game
can do it.
again. No, you could.
Yeah. Get me Skyrim. It's a broken ass piece of shit. I'll beat it in 5 seconds.
Dude, I got Skyrim sitting right on the shelf over here.
Yeah.
I got it for Xbox. I don't know if version is important. Oops.
Well, honestly, we want the original day one patch.
I can do that.
Because,
I haven't actually put that game into my new Xbox 360, which means it doesn't have any of the patches yet.
Because that's probably the easiest one to break.
Yeah. We can do this, Derek. I'd be down.
You can see my rock.
Do like 2 episodes of Skyrim. Well, I probably should jump that shortcut for one thing, but whatever.
Steady as she goes, Pat.
Steady as she goes, bad. Goog! That's what I want him to say whenever he comes up. Goog! Oh, man, you see how tightly I cut that corner? Some sick shit.
Yeah, it was so tight.
Come get some.
Well, with that,
Yeah, with that, we're gonna... Oh god!
Oh, God.
Oh no! Alright, with that, we'll get pick
they're
up on the next part.
going
We'll see
down
you guys
with
then.
the...
Peace.